What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rabbit, and I have another manga for you. Are you a degenerate like me? Well, if so, I have the perfect manga for you. It is called Sex in Dungeon. Now, currently, I believe there's only like 20-something chapters translated, so we don't have much to go on, but it's exactly what it sounds like. Also, check out my sponsor, Gamersubs. The link will be down there below in the description. You can get some awesome merch, some awesome waifu cups, some awesome actual Gamersubs, all with that link down there below in the description, and if you use code CRAZY, you will get 10% off. Now, let's get on to the manga. So this manga is going to be borderline hentai, pretty much. It's going to start with our main character, Sohei Sino. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Again, I apologize. I'm not good at these pronunciations. Who is your typical everyday high schooler. His parents, of course, because of typical manga reasons, are out of town. They are quote-unquote adventurers, so they allow him to stay home all by himself. And his only goal in life, well, he has two goals. One, to be an adventurer like his parents, and two, to have sex. Those are his only goals, his only motivating factors. Now, one day when he gets home from school, he discovers that his basement has magically turned into a dungeon. He receives a book that roughly gives him the explanation of the entire dungeon and all the rules and such. Monsters level up like regular monsters, but humans, on the other hand, they level up through sex. So every time he has sex, he levels up. Now, there are typical monsters in this dungeon. You got tree people, you got like goblins, you got a bunch of typical monsters you would normally find in a dungeon. And throughout the dungeon, there are going to be treasure chests. Now, inside of these chests, you would normally think, hey, it's going to be a weapon or something. Kinda. Inside these chests, there are going to be items. Then these items basically allow him to have sex with other people. So let me give you an example. One of the items is a candle. And if he lights the candle in a room with the opposite sex, people of the opposite sex are going to become increasingly attracted to each other to the point where they can't stand it. You see where I'm going with this. Another little piece of equipment that he manages to pick up is called the Fate Experiencing Umbrella. When the opposite sex enters the umbrella with the user, they fall in love with the user. The longer they're under the umbrella, the stronger the effects are, and he can use this unlimited times. So, he pretty much is just brainwashing people into doing it with them. Another piece of equipment that he finds in the chest is called the Craving Extract. The female who drinks this will have a sudden urge to drink, male milk, and the only way the urge is going to be satisfied is if they complete their objective. And yes, he does end up using it. He actually forms a nice little harem. The first person he actually goes after, which I give him some mad props, is going to be his teacher, because #MILFgang, and he actually tricks her. This main character is not a good person. He tricks her into coming over to his house like he wanted her to talk to his parents or something, but his parents aren't there. So she comes over, he lights the candle, they bang, his level goes up. She goes home. And one person is not enough for this man. He wants his whole harem. And I think eventually he's able to get a nice little harem, well, so far, of 4 people. We have his teacher, a girl he's always kind of had his eyes on, which he uses the umbrella on. And that girl's best friend, he also finds a couple magical devices to use on her. And then he eventually goes after somebody else in their class. So he's able to get a nice little harem and raise his level up pretty significantly. Now, these girls eventually do go inside the dungeon. The dungeon does have some mysterious powers and is able to like call people into it. The dungeon's able to kind of like manipulate and draw in people, and all these girls eventually end up discovering that the dungeon is a thing, and they are like, hey, we gotta help you with this. We can't let you go in by yourself. Let's all go in and raise our levels together. And that's pretty much what they do for a lot of the manga so far. Like, when I mean a lot, like I'm gonna have to blur out so much, or this is gonna get age restricted, but that's all that's happening is this guy and this harem that he pretty much brainwashed are all going into the dungeon, fighting monsters and finding more and more equipment. None of the equipment has anything to do with fighting monsters. It's all about sex. And then they get out of the dungeon, and then they go raise their levels in the bedroom, and then they complete. This is all this is, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine, and I will not stand anybody talking bad about this. So if you're a degenerate like me and this interests you, there's no deep storyline or anything. It's just a guilty pleasure read that if you just want to chill and just look at some giant anime titties, this is the one for you. So I will leave its name and the creator down there below in the description. If you guys check it out, let me know what you think. It's complete degeneracy, but I thought it was pretty funny and I want to share with you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys could, please hit that like button. Check out my sponsor, Gamersubs. Subscribe. Anything else I have down there below. And that's pretty much it. Peace.